thanks. Like, hey, Scoob, did you hear Nikki Blake is hosting a Scooby-Doo panel? No. Yeah. Like on today's Scooby-Doo episode, Scooby-Doo and Shaggy meet Nikki Blake. Yeah, and a Scooby Panel. Like, we need to get this puppy started. Okay, Nikki Blake, take it away, Scooby-Doo.
Hi.
Hello.
So I figured if we're going to draw, I can just take, I have this thing that rotates like this.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
And I could just move it to my artboard. There's my new Josie and the Pussycats cover.
Nice.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's great.
Yeah. But it's like this weird, wild, bendy, like I don't even know what kind of metal they use to make this thing.
Yeah.
But it works. Yeah, what do we got back here in the background? Oh, yeah, the alien and everything. How you guys doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right. How are you?
This is my, well, it's more of a forced day off by my family. Today and tomorrow will be my forced day off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I work 7,000 hours a month, and I have to slow down sometimes, and I don't like. I'm usually doing some kind of work at least 7 days a week, so it's a bit too much, and I've been doing that for the past like 12 or 15 years. So yeah, I just work a lot. It's all right. But you know what? Better to be an artist who is moving, right? So
yeah. And you're choosing to spend your time off drawing. Yeah, with us drawing.
Okay, so you know what, Trevor? The funny thing here is, I woke up, and I am a co-owner of a toy company, and comic companies and such like that. So the first thing I started off with is, I'm not going to do any work today. Get a phone call. Oh yeah, hey, how you doing? Oh, by the way, this toy, that toy, next thing, what we're doing next year, how we're going to package it. And then all of a sudden I was like, hey, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to be working today. You know, and then it was like, okay. And then we went on for like 40 minutes, and I realized I really have to take today and tomorrow off.
Mm-hmm.
So then I wanted to sit and draw, Trevor, but I was like, no, I'm not drawing. And then I remembered I was coming on here to draw. The funny thing is, you know, I'm sure you guys have sketched or drawn Scooby way more than me. I don't do anything but work, and the only time I draw is when I'm working. Yeah. So I haven't had the awesome opportunity to work on a legit Scooby book yet. So I just got to Josie and the Pussycats, which I'm very happy about. So let's see if I could snag some Scooby stuff in the future. Who knows?
Do you
that'd be awesome.
Do you ever get any editorial input, perhaps? Because I had a thought. What if the Scooby gang met Josie and the Pussycats in comic book form? Because they did cross over in a cartoon. And then you could draw them together. I'm just saying, you could throw it out there. I know, perhaps, you know.
Yeah, I would love to do that, and I'm not sure if anything like that could ever happen, but you know, it would make sense, wouldn't it? There's a lot of crossovers right now. Archie's doing them, Scooby does them. You know, Scooby usually stays, you know, unless it's celebrities, it usually stays within Warner Brothers. Is that correct? You guys would know better than me.
But isn't Josie and Pussycats Warner too, or is that under
Warner?
Marvel?
Are they Warner?
They were Warner. I thought they were Warner as well.
Well, they are Hanna-Barbera. But I don't know if that contract was Warner owned or not. You know, what do I know? But you know what? You're probably correct.
Well, I seem to remember Ted Turner's Cartoon Network. They bought out the entire collection of Hanna-Barbera, at least the old stuff. Well, I mean, the company's not.
They might be selling. they might be selling Warner Brothers, or at least there's talks that they're looking at selling. So that's going to be an interesting thing. I'm wondering where the libraries are going and everything. And I would assume that everything that Scooby, whoever buys it, will own Scooby. And that's going to be interesting to see what will be done, because I'm still wondering on updates on that Japanese animation, that Japanese anime.
Yeah.
You guys have any info on that? Updates?
Yeah. The only thing I know is that it isn't being touched at the moment. It's just kind of sitting there waiting to be done. So
Really?
Mm,
Why would that be?
yeah,
The
I don't
same
know.
reason they-
I don't know if they were looking for a network and haven't found one, but it's just kind of
Oh,
in limbo at the moment.
oh, okay. Anyway, it's very nice to see you, Nikki.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, how's everything with you? Good? Say yes. Awesome. Perfect. Yay.
Sure, yeah.
It's fine. Everything is
Trevor,
fine.
nice meeting you.
Likewise, sir. Very
Yeah,
honored.
yeah. Very nice to meet you. I love this. You know, I don't, I only do like interviews unless it's something like this that I'm really into. And Nikki knows I absolutely love Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
And she is like all of the information that I can get. I literally don't have to go anywhere else for any information on the daily. So it's like I tell people, you know, you got to go check out, you know, ScoobyAddicts, because
Oh, thank you.
Nikki posts everything, you know.
Yeah,
And
I've told her she's like, if Scooby-Doo was a college course, she would be the reigning professor. I mean, she's
you know,
quite a knowledge person.
you're right. And you know what's interesting to me is that, like, what the Scooby people should do, what Warner Brothers should do, is they should have people like her as consultants for their television shows, movies, and stuff, because she knows everything about it. I mean, she knows more than the people drawing it. When I draw books, everyone knows more than me about all of it, because the only thing I do is art. I just do art, and I have 20,000 comics, and I think I've read three. I don't have the time because I'm drawing.
Yeah.
I'm making them. And people say, how do you not know it if you make it? I'm like, think about this. I'm making it. I don't have time to do anything else.
Yeah.
It's like, well, actors in movies and TV shows, they memorize their lines and move on, and fans come up to them in conventions, you know, in episode 45, you said this, what did you really mean? And they're like, oh.
It's a character. It's
right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I love all that stuff. I'll be directing a horror movie next year, an independent horror movie next year. So that's going to be fun.
Cool. Yeah.
You know. Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. So that will be cool, you know. Oh, check this out. This is from my buddy Bill Gollier. He
Very
is
nice.
he worked with Archie for a long time.
Mm.
I'm such a fan of his. He's going to be with me at the Super Jersey Comic Expo, sitting in my Good Alien booth. So it's going to be really fun. Yeah, I got a lot of cool people with me coming up. Yeah, I haven't said anything else. I did not do any other conventions. I'm not doing any other conventions. I was asked to do a few at the end of this year, but I want to enjoy. I want to finish my work, the works I'm doing. I'm doing books and novels. And I just had a novel. Oh, I forgot to bring my novel down to show you guys. I just had Lost Landers come out. That has action figures. My action figures come with it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys later. I have all kinds of stuff, but I talk a lot, and Nikki knows, you know, I can't, because you know what, Trevor, I don't leave my house. Like, I literally don't leave my house. So, like,
there are days I wouldn't want to leave my house either. So you're in an enviable spot, dude.
Yeah, it's like I don't get to talk to anyone. Like, literally, I talk to Nikki every so often, but I'm obviously liking her posts and stuff all the time. and I talk to her more than I talk to 90% of the people.
That's funny.
What's your favorite Scooby-Doo episode, Guy, or your favorite incarnation? I'm stealing Nikki's question spot. Sorry, Nikki. Sorry.
Favorite episode. Oh man, that is so that when somebody says a favorite on something, it's so difficult to come up with a favorite. Oh my
Top
gosh.
5 maybe, or roundabout. We won't hold you.
I would say, and I don't remember the titles and stuff like Nikki would go, oh, that's this title, that's I won't remember that stuff. It's more like the characters, like the episode with the creeper, and I like the same one everyone else loves is Zombie Island. I mean, that was great. 13 Ghosts. What other one? I love What's New Scooby-Doo. I love the entire series. I'm not taking anything away from Where Are You, but What's New is just from the opening theme song and everything. It's just like, wow, this is like up and moving, and it was drawn well. Although, I thought I just love that series. I just love the way it was done, and so I watch it on Tubi. I have all these paid, Disney, all the stuff, and HBO, and I get all that, but I want to watch Tubi because it has Scooby all the time. And even though HBO doesn't show all the Scooby stuff like they used to, I don't know, have either of you noticed that they took a lot of them off?
They took it off, and by the end of the year, they won't have any Scooby on in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think it's because the properties are going to change, or just trying to hold their?
No, I don't understand why they even put stuff on there just to take it off a few months later. But yeah.
Well, you know what? Last time I was on here, I talked all the corporate stuff, but I won't do that this time. But I have answers for you for some of that stuff. But I'd rather not today. Today is fun. Today is not work, not corporate. It's all fun. But I brought out some cool stuff here. As
you want me
know,
to try going live and see live on YouTube and see how that goes, or do you just want to keep it like this?
No, we could go. It's up to you. You want to go live? We could try it. I don't know if anyone will know that way.
Let's see.
And
okay, I'm like, what are we doing? What are we gonna do?
Trevor, I think if we can, we're gonna draw. I don't know. I'm gonna move my camera in real time.
I know. I'm just teasing, but I mean, I have things like this.
I don't. Believe it or not, I can't just draw Scooby-Doo. I don't.
No, I use reference most of the time. I mean, I can draw him from memory now, but
I still can't because I never get the chance to. But I want to show you guys some stuff. So I have a really good friend, Joe Staten. Known him for many years. I don't know if you know who he is, Trevor, but he's a pretty famous comic book artist, and he drew Scooby for a long time. So I said, hey, Joe, listen, I want to learn more about drawing Scooby. I never had the chance and never had the time. I just don't. I said, you got anything you could send me? Nikki remembers this story probably.
Yeah. So
I get this box and I'm like, what in the Lord is this? I thought he was just going to send me basic character sheets. I got a box that weighed 20 pounds. And it was every single character design from all kinds of TV shows, movies, and everything that they sent him so that anytime he had to draw anything, he would know how to draw it. So, here's just one of the massive collection that I have, right? And this is probably 80 pages in here. And it's all Scooby characters.
Oh, that's so cool.
The entire thing. And people are like, hey, can you say? I'm like, no, I'm not going to copy this and send it to you. But it's and then I have another, and then, yet another monsters, and then more, and then more, and then what's this one? Houses and scary backgrounds.
Oh,
This is all the official stuff,
yeah.
the style guides. It's crazy. It's got icons and graphics and everything. I don't even know what to do with it all. This one
It belongs in a museum, probably. That's awesome.
Right? So it's like, man, I was like really happy. I was like, I could not have smiled more. And I think I looked in that box all day long, and I was like, I can't even ingest all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I went, did you guys ever go online to see sometimes people sell some of the model sheets, the ones from the book they had? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The HA auctions are the closest, I think, to look into original material. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about just the model sheets alone, like getting copies of the model sheets from the shows.
But they're selling copies of,
right.
They're not selling the original ones.
Yeah, right.
Well, some people were selling the originals, and what it was is they got a book, like a Bible, when they went to go work there. For a long time they did. I don't know if they still do. And some animators were not doing anything with it. So they were literally putting them up online on eBay for sale.
Wow.
But some of them were a lot of money, you know? But I mean, I found one that had like, I think it was like 20 sheets or 30 sheets. But these are photocopies, Nikki. And they were like $80 just for the photocopies.
Yeah.
Because you can get them, but trying to find like the stash that I have, it's not going to happen in one shot. It's just not.
You probably got thousands of dollars of merch there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But I have a lot of stuff. I have some really nice fans, Trevor, and they're really nice to me. And I'll just be like, because they order things from me too, so they have my address. So I would say at least 40 to 50 times a year, I have to go to the front door to get something somebody sent me. And I have action figures and books and posters and signed stuff and all kinds of stuff. And it's so nice because they're so nice of them, to do that. But it also means that I have this collection of thousands of dollars worth of stuff, where's my, this is, I found out about this at Cracker Barrel from Nikki one year. And I was like, oh, I gotta go get it. But I noticed this is one of the ones that the newer type where they paint it instead of it being like the colors that it is or whatever. I don't know how they make it, but so you can see like when it lights up, you can see like the paint on it. So it kind of bugged me, but I'm cool just to have it. I'm happy just to have it. This I got from my wife.
Nice.
Can we ask the question, or did you ask him before in the interview, Nikki?
Wait, before we
you want to
we gotta go live.
I'm gonna hit go live,
Trevor.
see what happens.
All right. Well, now that we're all comfortable with each other, okay.
We're gonna see how this works.
Oh, I got my hat too, Trevor.
I have that hat. I almost wore that hat.
I traded for this at the last convention I was at. I saw a guy walking by with it, wearing it, and I was like, "Hey, how about I draw you Shaggy, which is worth way more than that hat?"
Yep.
And he traded me the hat, and the guy was like,
"It's not working."
No,
it's giving me an error. It says request had insufficient authentication scopes. I don't know what that means.
Who's the tech person here? It ain't me.
It's not me. Have you gone live before, Nikki?
No.
Maybe
you know what? I'm wondering if you have to go live and then bring us in.
No, because I should be able to like just take this and just go live on YouTube, but
maybe you can do Zoom live. Like maybe you have to go onto YouTube, right? No, and then go live on YouTube just by logging into YouTube and going live.
You can,
but
then I can only talk to one person.
Oh,
if you do it that way.
Maybe
Yeah.
That's called Loserville.
No, maybe this is my out.
Stop that.
Anyway, yeah. Oh, look.
Let's just go ahead with.
Did you get these? Did either of you? Come on, Nikki. You
well,
you have them, don't you?
I have a bunch of them. Yeah.
Yeah. I have most all of them, except for the pirate dude. What's his name? The red pirate, Redbeard.
Oh,
whatever.
Redbeard.
Yeah.
I remember her name.
All right. Well, we're not going to do live because I can't get it to work. So
that's okay.
So we're just going to do this and then I'll post it later.
Yeah, you can do that, and we can you can edit anything out you don't like, but
yeah, but we can still air this. I think it would be cool to just air this as it has been. Why not?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can just post this later, unedited, and
yeah. Why not? What's the big deal?
So I'm just dying to know your scrappy opinion. Is what?
Nobody wants to know my scrappy opinion.
Oh, really? Wait,
yeah, because I
awfully.
Okay, so here's what we got. And no offense to Heathcliff, because I loved Heathcliff. He was a tough dude, and that's the way I was. I grew up as a tough guy kind of thing in the world, and in the streets and all that. But when Garfield came out, you went, "Oh man," but yeah. A lot of people, and Garfield's good, but I see Scrappy as the Garfield, as the Heathcliff to the Garfield. I've always seen him that way. Like, dude, I could take you, or I could leave you. And I like that he was scrappy, but I sometimes wanted to punch him in the eye at the same time. Like, dude, come on, you're killing me. I want more Scooby. So all I want is Scoob. And any dog that came in, any animal that came in, if it wasn't Scooby, it was like, roll. I really preferred Scooby every moment of the day, anytime that I could watch. If I have to watch an episode, I just want Scooby there. Scooby, Shaggy, and the crew,
you won't even allow D? I mean, Scooby D only had one episode.
I don't even recognize Scooby. No.
Turn this off.
No. Okay, yeah, not a fan. I was a fan. I love Scooby so much, and I really don't want any of his airtime taken away. But if it has to be taken away, it would be Scrappy. But that's it. We're done after that.
No Scooby Dumb either?
No way.
No, yeah, but do no. Okay. This is a new take. I mean, I'm my brain is whirling.
I'm a brutal man.
I'm not a Scrappy fan. I feel like he's a bully, and I liked him in a few things, and he could be done well. But
yeah. But I mean, I love seeing the dynamics of the original crew, and anything that takes away from that, I just want more of it. Like, I should have brought my photo down here of it. Nikki, I think I sent it to you. The photo of me when I was like 1.5 or 2 years old with my Scooby-Doo. I had posted, I think, once, and I had a blue Scooby-Doo shirt on. Mm. And I was like 2 years old, 1.5, 2 years old. And I was born the year it came out, a few months before it came out, and before it aired. What did it air? What was it?
69. I was born in 67. So.
Okay, what month was it though? Was it September? Right? Yeah, 29, something 13. Like that.
13.
Damn her, she knew.
I knew too.
I do not. We'll pretend
I kid.
Anyway.
All right. So are we all going to draw the same picture? Is Nikki going to flash on the screen with reference for all three of us?
I did.
Actually, you guys are going to draw, and I'm going to ask you guys some questions.
Oh no, I'm not
going to draw too. Nikki can draw too.
You better be like, Guy, what do you like better? Not, hey, Guy, tell me the episode, because that ain't happening.
No, you don't have to answer specific episode questions. Okay. There are questions.
what I'll do is I'll move my camera over here, and and I have some of my references here, and I'll move my Josie that you're going to let me show to everyone later, because it comes out in I think 2 weeks or something like that. A week.
Oh, that's very cool.
Nice.
I'm so excited. And it's just made me so excited. I was like, okay. All right, guys. All right, Nikki, you're up, and we're gonna doodly doodle, and I'm stepping all over stuff underneath my table because I have a mess of things everywhere. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna rotate. Here we go. All right, let's see. We'll find out.
Actually, this is so awesome. I love the whole thing.
Yeah.
Is it there, guys? Can you guys see that?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Can you really see?
Yeah.
I should have had another light on. Maybe I'll turn my Scooby on. Let me see if I have a plug here that'll allow me to turn my Scooby on, and then he'll be bright. Let's see if I can do that. I have a wire here. See if it reaches. I think. Oh, just shy. Let's see. Hold on. No, I got it. I think I could do this. I think I could figure this out. She's like, God, you're getting a lot of B-roll. Okay, here we go.
All good.
Let's see.
We're posting this as is, so.
And she's such an excellent editor, though. I wouldn't.
I know. Okay, let's see if this makes any like. I don't know. Maybe, no, I couldn't really make it brighter, but let me move it over here. Okie doke. But you guys can still see this, though, right? It's clear.
Yeah.
All right, then. Let me. You know what we should do? I should probably give these away afterwards. I'm just gonna make a guideline real quick here. So I have a little guideline.
So Trevor, I didn't come prepared with what to draw, so you can draw whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a character or whatever. So Trevor, you ready?
Hold on. Edit that.
I think. Let's see here.
This is so impromptu, but perhaps.
Why not? Yeah, that's cool. Oh, I love that. That is awesome.
You don't have one of these? These are awesome. This is one of the few actual 70s extra merch items that came out for the show. They didn't put a lot out at the time, in my opinion. When I was little, I was like wanting them to have Megos, or dolls, and they never made dolls.
Yeah, that's well. We got these Figures Toy Company ones.
Well, that's them. I mean, they use the Mego kind of model. Okay, I want to try. This is okay. Imposter syndrome is kicking off here, but we're gonna.
Here we go.
Wow, cool.
I think the Snow Ghost might have to be, a doodle I do.
Okay.
That seems like that would be kind of cool. No.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, I'm just going to start doodling. I hope you guys can see it because I think I forgot my markers and I'm going to have to run and go grab them. I was going to use a blue pencil, but let's see.
I'm going to be sidetracked just watching you draw. So.
Oh gosh, no.
I could just watch you draw and not draw myself, but.
Okay. Nah, what do I know? I don't. I half the time I can't see anything, so all good, you know. But what's fun? What's fun to know right now is that for everyone watching is like I've never drawn him. I don't think so.
Oh.
So you're watching, yeah, you're watching me learn how to draw him right now. So that, and whatever it is that I'm drawing right now is gonna be the first ever drawing of him. So that I've ever done. And I have fans who buy my stuff. They always try to find like the first I ever drew, like what is the first time I drew a character. So lots of times they'll come to me at conventions and they'll be like, hey, what haven't you drawn? And I like that because then I get to, have some fun doing something that I've never done.
Mm-hmm.
And I really get a kick out of that. Let's see, I got to make this a little. There we go.
All right, so my first question is an easy question. What's your favorite gang member?
Trevor, you go first.
I thought these were your questions. Nikki knows my answer, but
no, it's fine. You can answer too.
Can I answer too? I mean, yeah. I'm always torn, and it's a tie kind of between Fred and Velma for me. I mean, it's mostly Fred, but and I do love them all. So but I like Fred because he doesn't have a lot of development in a way, but he's the glue that kind of holds like the whole thing together. I mean, he's kind of a leader without being too leadery, and he just lends his support. His presence is kind of it runs deep through the whole thing. It kind of a structure that it's all laid on. So, and the straight man to everyone else's antics, So
I've always liked Velma, and I have three. It's for me, it's Velma, Scooby, and Shaggy. But something about Shaggy, he's so opposite of me, like completely opposite of me, and I kind of like that because I get to explore, like the joy in him. Because the guy, it doesn't matter what's going on. If there's food in the way or Scooby around, he's smiling. Even if he's scared, he'll stop and, oh man, anything with Scooby, his best pal. And I'm a mushy guy when it comes to things like that. And dang it, guys, I didn't bring my markers down, so I'm gonna try to.
Well, so we're not live, so you could go get him real quick.
Yeah, but I don't want to have to edit and all that. But this isn't perfect. But it's a nice little start.
I think he looks great.
Yeah, and I think I don't remember if his eyes are all black inside or not, because this is a copy, so the copy's probably wrong. But I'm gonna make it all black.
I think they were yellow, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought. But in this, it's like all black. So I'm like, you know what? I'll erase it out. Dang it! All right, so let's see. So I mean, there he is. Pretty much.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. There we go. Now, can you guys actually see these lines? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's. Let's see. And if I was drawing this like as a commissioner or something, I'd probably put a little bit of my own spin on it. It's I'm so used to everyone saying to me, keep it on model, that when I get a chance to like do my thing with it, I do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you see Sting in concert, he doesn't just do everything as is. He talks and says stuff and all that. But so like I'm like that when I draw sometimes the characters, like, hey, what can I do with this? But at the same time I'm like a robot at this point. Like Do it on model. Do it on model.
Well, you
Did
have
you
the
break?
model sheet, so that makes it easier.
Oh, yeah. Well, dang it, you. Why say the obvious, Nikki?
So I'm curious. I mean, obviously, if you're drawing and you're using pencil, you can erase lines. But if you were outlining it or coloring it in and you make a mistake, what do you do?
Well, first of all, Nikki, the question you asked is moot because you said make a mistake. So this is not going to happen. Only kidding. Only kidding. I actually did not use an eraser for, let's see, I've been in the industry for about 36 years, 30, since I was 19. So I'm 56. So what was that? 36 years or something? I don't know. So I didn't use an eraser until about 2 years ago, really, for the most part. Because I would sketch everything light, or I would use a light box. This is my light box under here.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't have to use an eraser. I would sketch, throw the sketch underneath, and just take ink and go right over it, and clean line the first time. Or I would do clean pencils. I'm very, very clean when I want to be, like super clean. So there was no erasing to be had. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now I'm moving back and looking to see if I have a marker somewhere. And a decent one. Let's see. You know what? I may have one in my Scooby bag down here. I have a Scooby backpack, guys.
Nice.
That is awesome.
And every once in a while I go, oh man, I have stuff in here. Let's see.
Trevor, let's see what you're drawing.
This looks, well, I am more of a fine artist, but it's me so far. So.
You've done a lot so far. Wow.
Me, it's like I look at it all as just throwing it down to get it started, and then I'll focus in on it later. And instead of an eraser, I'll use, once I go in with markers, I'll use like a white marker, so you can go over anything that's you don't like or that's black. And for what I do, usually it's since a lot of the world is so digital these days, anytime you can create something that's, has several layers and a life of its own, it's kind of really nice. And even though when you're done, it's just photographed as one thing, it's like whenever you have something the original in your hands, you can kind of sense, where it's been or the history of it, so to speak. So
yeah,
I think I have markers down here. Let's see.
I'm glad this is not a contest.
it is not.
No.
Well, I said I'm glad it's not.
I'm giving you time. I'm giving you time. I'm stalling. Give me guys. I just want to grab this marker. I just need a minute.
Well,
I have some of the drawings here that I did.
well,
I can show those.
I think so. And don't you have the one you did with Davy Jones on the wall?
I do. I have this one, Scooby-Doo and Scooby.
Yeah. Who doesn't? Apparently, she does not exist now. So
she doesn't exist.
I mean, in his eyes, he doesn't see her.
Oh,
I'm just joking.
Get you back.
And I have this one.
Ladies back again. I won't tell anyone where I get these. You might know about them, but I won't tell anyone where I get them, and there's a reason. Because then everyone will buy them.
Are they? It's a marker.
Yeah, it's a brush pen.
Oh, okay.
All right, so let's see what I can get out of this.
Trevor, your favorite.
What? Oh yeah. Ah, Scrappy. No.
Nikki, what do you think of Scrappy? I think I've heard this, but I want to hear it
I
again.
dislike Scrappy, but it's fine. I don't care if people like him, but I also think that he's a bully. Here, look what I found. My drawing
Oh,
of
cool.
Oh, look at, okay, so there we go. Now we know it's yellow eyes and
Yep.
what color would you say that is? There's
it's
the
like
blue
a
violet.
There's some blue in
bluish,
him.
purplish color, yeah.
Bluish purplish. Come on, guys. Bluish
What?
purplish.
You want a Pantone number? I haven't thought that way in years.
All right, I'm just inking this for the heck of it, so that it looks finalized. You know.
You're very fast at drawing.
Yeah, like Nikki.
I mean, you've been doing it for a long time too.
Yeah, forever. Forever. And I mean, when you draw that much, I mean, you don't really have like a choice, to be honest. You like lots of times I just don't have a choice. And people say to me, well, you draw like this, you draw like that. I said, if I wanted to, in a museum, I could always just draw anything. So it was like, some of my friends say that I don't, put the effort out there if I want to. I'm a guy who will get it done right, get it done good. But oh man, what you could do if you wanted to, and I'm like, but I don't want to do that. I want to draw that.
Yeah.
Because like I'm a sculptor and painter and a blah blah blah, and at some point it's like, who cares? I just want to have fun. Does that make sense, Trevor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to enjoy. I'm just here to enjoy. But there we go. Made that. There we go.
Rawr. Good.
Rawr, rawr. Sound effects. Anyone make sound effects when they draw besides me? No? Yes? No?
Mine's more like, oh my gosh, why did I just do that?
Well, I can't say that's. I take the good, I take the bad, whatever it is.
Take the both, and there you have.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I just take it for whatever it is. I have a cool eraser here, but it's like one of those erasers that's like a little toy, and I don't want to use it. So now I'm looking for an eraser to erase away all of the pencil lines, but I guess I'll do that later. And so there you go. Can everyone see this? Is this really showing up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it looks awesome.
Good. Okay. So Trevor, how you doing over there, bud?
I think I bit off more than I can chew, but
oh, that looks great, man. It's awesome.
I mean, this is something I'm more of a.
Oh, I love that. Look at that color. Wow, look at that.
I'm kind of a scribbly impressionist guy, and yeah.
Yeah, well, I like it. I am, I don't know what I am. I don't like to define myself as, like Jack Kirby used to say, I'm a cartoonist. And but Jack, if he really wanted to do anything with art, he could have. He really could. Oh, my face is on there. Do you see me? But truthfully, it's like, hold on, there you go. Truthfully, it's like, when I was sent to a gifted school, and in my gifted school, they said, it wasn't like gifted class, it was a whole school. And and they didn't like that I wanted to draw comic books. And, you know, it was about architecture, and it was about, you know, the Impressionist period, and it was about, you know, Goya, and, you know, so, all right, I'm down with all that. It's just like, and I didn't draw from comics to draw comics. Let me just move this thing. I didn't draw comics to draw comics. I learned fine art to draw. You know, my brother and I have a twin brother, and he just worked, last year he worked on, he was a lead character designer on The Watchmen for HBO or wherever that was.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, yeah. But, you know, yeah, I studied Michelangelo and Rubens and Tintoretto and Albrecht Dürer. But for me, when I sit down to draw, I don't want to draw a bunch of naked men. So I just tell you, okay, what makes me happy? It makes me happy to draw superheroes and supervillains, and, you know, design characters. I love designing characters. So, like in my latest book, which I should have grabbed when I was upstairs, I don't know if either of you know comic book creators or anything, but a little plug here on this one that just came out. I work with Louise Simonson. She's one of the most celebrated comic book writer editors of all time, and she is a good friend of mine. And she lent her talents on the book. We put out a graphic novel that goes with all the action figures we're making, so that people can get to know the characters. So, you know, I'm a character designer. That's one of the things that I do. And it's been really fun. And that's why I do what I do, because I get to work with people like Louise Simonson, like Walter Simonson, like Larry Hama, who created all the G.I. Joe lore. I don't know if you know who he is, Trevor, but
I do. I got to meet him. I gave him a painting of Scarlet.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I met him at Joe Lanta. It's like a G.I. Joe convention in Atlanta.
When?
Years ago. I mean.
Oh, okay. Because which show did I just do? I just did Joe Lanta. Larry and I just did Joe Lanta like a month or something ago.
Yeah, I did not go this year, but yeah, I used to. They changed some of the way they ran it and some of the people involved, but there was a point they used to have like a charity auction, and that was actually something that I was helpful in starting. People donated a bunch of stuff to raise money.
Wow, that's really cool.
Cool.
So you like really know the G.I. Joe stuff, huh?
Not really. I mean, I know a little about a lot of things.
Okay, I know a lot about a little things.
But yeah, Larry Hama is really awesome, and just to listen to him talk, and especially like when he was on MASH, and it's just really cool to hear him talk.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's just a really great guy, and you know, he and I got to know each other because we had a mutual friend, Herb Trimpe, who was a good pal of mine, and he was the guy who first drew Wolverine in a comic book, and he was famous for the Hulk, and famous for Shogun Warriors, and what else? Just about everything, you know. But I mean, really, really famous for the Hulk and Godzilla. Godzilla, he was very famous for Godzilla, and we just travel in the same crew. You know what I'm saying? So. And then we started working together, and it was really cool. But that's why I do what I do, because the people that I get to work with, and you know, I have stories that make you, you know, you feel like, you know, I don't want to say things that make everyone sad, but you know, a soldier came up to me, and I didn't know he was a soldier, and he wanted to buy stuff from me, and he had his arm was all like mangled up, and apparently he was in some kind of shrapnel thing or whatever. I was never in the military. I don't know the terminology and everything, but he's like, oh, I had your comics with me. And it's like,
oh, wow.
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of helped them get through.
Yeah. And this was like, I think New York Comic Con 2018, 17, 19. And that same year, I think it was like some world-class mathematician from like Germany came to see me, someone from France, this guy. And I was like, because I'm always like, no, I should go do fine art. I should go paint, the Louvre for the Louvre, and and then I go, man, this actually means something to people. This really does. And it took a long time for me to learn that like the stuff that I do actually people like. I found out later on in life, much later on in life, literally only a few years ago, that I had this giant fan base for my WWE wrestler line that I did of toys.
Oh,
I had no idea. I was 24 years old. I was just drawing what I could draw, and they made me the lead designer for those toys. And I did this whole toy line with Undertaker and all these, Macho and all these guys. And I'm like, okay, so I made some toys. Fast forward to a couple of years ago, my son's looking online and he goes, hey, Dad, I found these people talking about how they love those toys and they waited for those toys when they were kids and they couldn't wait for them to come out. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So I went online and he sent me a post and I just wrote, hey, I had fun doing that, designing that. And then my inbox blew up. And I was like, what is going on here? I had no idea. And it was so popular that professional wrestlers were young. I'm 56. So these 32-year-old guys, 34-year-old guys even have my stuff and waited at the store for my stuff, and 40-year-old guys. And it's like, wow, this is weird. But it means a lot to a lot of people. That's why I keep doing it. I keep doing that stuff. And today, this is fun. This is the most fun I've had in a long time, sitting with Nikki and you, Trevor, and being able to, goof around and have some fun. Nikki, I'm sure you're like
talking. I'm getting somewhere.
There you go. There you go. I'm stalling a lot here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe you could do a whole other drawing while I'm trying to finish this one.
All right. Yeah. So, Nikki, why don't you go?
I don't remember what the question was. I did ask
it doesn't have to be a question. You could tell us things. Like, what did you post today? Now I'm the interviewer. What did you post today?
Today, the Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island Terror Time Collector's Edition came out.
Oh, cool.
Oh, did it?
It did, and I got my copy a few days ago. I talked to Matt, who worked on it, and he does a commentary, and I listened to that the other night, and it's so good. If you like to listen to people talk about what's going on in the movie, definitely listen to the commentary. It's totally worth it.
I love those commentaries because they're first of all, they're extra content for you when you want to ingest content.
Yeah.
And if you're a fan of anything, I used to be like, I'm not a fan, I'm just a pro. I'm not a fan, I'm just a pro. But I became a fan, because I don't want to lose that. It feels so good to be a fan, but I love those commentaries because I also, I've been in the business and I like to hear how other people do things, how other people think, and the other projects that they're working on, so I could get jealous and go, why wasn't that me? Because I want to do everything.
Yeah.
You guys, either of you like that? I'm like, I want to do that. And I always try to help other people, by the way, to get to places they haven't. Because I think sometimes, like I was saying, that Nikki, like they should hire you. They should be seeing you and go, oh my gosh, we have to hire this woman to tell us what the best thing is to do, and I bet you would crush it as a consultant on Scooby shows and films and stuff like that.
I think that would be really cool, but honestly, all they have to do is read everybody's posts, because everyone is very clear on social media what they want to see.
Oh, really?
So they could go on social media, look at all the Scooby fan posts, and I mean,
see, there's so many people
that do fan fiction that they could go to.
Really?
It's, yeah, I mean,
I'm trying to sell you, Nikki. You're not helping. You're not.
Not great at helping myself. Yeah, but I think that there's a lot of stuff that they could be doing that they're not doing, and we talked a little bit before about them changing hands, and I don't know how I feel about it, because it makes me kind of nervous to think that it could be in the hands of someone who doesn't really want to do anything with it.
I know. It's scary, right? It is.
But then my other thought is, if they do sell it to someone else, can they then release Holiday Haunt?
I was going to go there, but you went first. Right? I thought we were getting that. What a rip.
I was waiting for, someone to say something as well.
Yeah.
But Warner Brothers took the tax write-off. If they were to sell to somebody else, can that other company then release it?
Yeah, if the company owns it, I'm pretty sure they could release it, because, I would assume, I'm not sure, but I'm guessing that Warner Brothers would sell it. They're not the owners of it anymore. I don't know if they filed bankruptcy at that time or whatever, how that works. But then, whoever owns it could do whatever they want with it. They own the library,
Right.
So that would be awesome. That really would.
Yeah, we do need a good Scooby Christmas movie.
Right? I love Christmas. Okay, guys. Nikki, unless you're not seeing my post, which is probably better off for you, but on Instagram, I think it's pretty well aware that most people are well aware who follow me that I love Hallmark films. So it's like this guy traveled the world training in martial arts, and then I want to go watch then I want to watch Scooby-Doo and Hallmark.
There you go. There you go. It's perfect.
Right? Okay, I'm almost done here with our Ghost Diver. Episode 2?
Yeah.
Oh, I got something right. Oh my gosh. Let's hear from Trevor.
What?
Trevor.
You want to? My stuff's falling into an abyss, y'all. It's like, but my stuff's always a nightmare until it finishes. So.
Everybody has their process.
It's like every one of my pictures has a history and a process. So yeah.
So what I have something to ask you, since this is basically our Halloween episode, right, Nikki?
Yeah.
Right? That's what the idea is. So what do you guys think of, like, I saw a meme, and it was there was a couple, but one was with Jason and one was with Michael Myers, and it was the Scooby Gang and Michael Myers. I think it was Michael Myers. It was Jason or Michael Myers. But I was like, man, I'd love to see that. I would love to see that. Can you imagine the unmasking?
Oh yeah. Well,
right. So what's your thoughts on that, guys? Do you think?
I'll let Nikki go first. I have an opinion, or at least one.
I think it would be fun as long as they toned it down to. I don't want to say good for like little kids, but so it's not super scary, and kids could potentially watch it.
Yeah, I get that. You're trying to be true to what the series was about. It was made for kids, and it should be for kids. Is that what you're saying? So,
Yeah,
not that it would be, but it would be helpful if it was.
yeah,
Is that what?
but I mean, not like a preschool kind of show, more for something that like 8, 9, 10-year-olds could watch, where it's still scary, but not so scary that they're gonna have nightmares and never be able to sleep again.
Right. I think you're right. I think you're right. But it would be cool. Dang it. I love horror. Uh, uh, Little fact, I literally watch some type of horror every single day.
Really?
Yeah, I have ever since like the 80s.
Mhm.
I just always love it. So here we go. Can you guys see this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he looks great.
Yeah. So let me ink him, and then um uh maybe I'll send these to you, Nikki, and you could either keep them or um give them away for something.
I feel like you need to do
Way.
another drawing just to give me a chance to finish this one.
I would.
Yeah, I actually have 3 sheets here for that purpose.
Can I request the next one that you do?
Say again?
Can I request who you draw next?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I would like you to draw the Black Knight.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what? I took a photo of that to draw that as the 3rd one.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I literally took a photo of it just
Nice.
before. Because that was the first character, first villain. So I was like, I need to draw this, But by the way, guys, I might as well tell people what I'm doing here is I'm rotating because actually when you're inking, you should be rotating the page as you go along, and you don't use your wrist. I'm not turning this into a lesson, but you don't use your wrist when you make lines. You move your arm from your elbow, and you can rotate and move this way, and then you rotate it so it's in a comfortable position for that stroke. So I could do from here to here with the wrist, but I'm still slightly using it. But you don't want to go like broad strokes with your wrist. So it's like I could do obviously I could go from here to here, but I want to try. And what you do is you look at where you start, and I'm turning this into a dang drawing thing. Okay.
Keep going.
You see that? So what I do is I look where before I know where I'm starting, and then I know where I'm ending. And then I look at the entire sheet, and I'm ready to put it down and then move my arm with it. And that's how it's done.
So you don't want them to be continuous lines?
Well, they are. It is one continuous line, but are you talking about?
Yeah, I guess I mean just a continuous drawing.
I mean, it can be.
Yeah.
It can be. But that's sometimes not helpful. Because you have to rotate your paper to get that stroke. You want to get that stroke. So, but anyway, but I'm having fun. Having fun.
Me too.
Yeah, Nikki and I talked
as I grunt.
Nikki, it's really hard to do circles too because I'm not using like a circle template or anything. So it's you got to forgive me here.
You're doing great.
A bit. Almost sounded like a Canadian. A boot. A boot. It's all about this.
Better than I did with mine, so that was mine.
Where's yours? I'm not doing better than that. Don't you start that. That looks great, Nikki. That looks great.
So Trevor, you didn't answer.
That's right. He didn't answer.
Mike Myers and them should be
Oh,
partnered with Scooby.
Did you see the Saturday Night Live skit? Guy?
What
You
year are
should
we
watch
talking?
that, and then you
It
might
was from
understand what
last year. It was it Velma that
Blake
got
doing and all.
decapitated
Yeah.
and Scooby
Oh,
shot Fred?
oh my gosh! I think my wife sent that to me, and I forgot I even saw it.
Well,
So,
that's all your brain just going poof and no, you know.
yeah,
It's just there were always stakes in Scooby-Doo. It's just they had not really Final Girl vibes, but there's another term for it. Script plot armor, I suppose. Scooby-Doo has always had plot armor. Like there's the episode where Velma is chained to the log going to a very large blade. If Scooby didn't save her, it would have been, I mean, it frightens me as an adult to watch that scene now. So I don't know. I don't know. If the gang somehow managed to have more agency or powers in what they did, but as normal teens going into a situation that's more supernatural, they would pretty much be nerfed. So
yeah,
does that make sense? Like, I mean,
absolutely.
I don't even know how there's.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to do this middle circle. If it comes out squiggly, I don't know, but I'm almost done with him. So are you guys able to see it while I'm drawing? Can you
Yeah.
see
Yes,
it?
it's looking
I'm not,
great.
I'm not covering it or anything. No. Okay, this one's I have to be really, really careful about because also this is a brush pen, so it gets like it's not a consistent line. It depends on the pressure you put on it.
Right.
So when you're doing stuff that's mechanical or what's the word for inanimate, you should use things like a template. Use a template, and you might want to use one solid line weight on the outside and a thinner line weight on the inside, but they're consistent. That's what makes them not look organic. They look mechanical because you draw them mechanically. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when you're putting all these different widths on it, that is the flow of the form. And when you're drawing humans, when you're drawing a person, you don't there's only curvilinear form. There's not rectilinear form. So I'm sorry, I'm starting to talk like a blah blah blah. I'll try to keep it a little, just in case
No,
anyone.
this is great. No.
So you use mechanical things to do mechanical stuff, and then you want like a brush, so you can have different line weights and everything. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't use a brush on other things, because like like a dress is inanimate, but you can use a brush on it, But it's more like the metals, the cars, the tractor, the home. You know what I'm saying? Now, using a brush, you can still get character out of the lines using different line weights. It's just like if you're doing earrings, you might want to use, make it more mechanical. But it is still also a preference, It's a preference. Some people don't like anything mechanical. Now, I put more consistent line weight around the outline of the helmet here, purposely with trying to keep a consistent pressure more so on most of it. I have a little goof right there because I wasn't paying attention for a second. But like in here, this was the brush stroke: thin and thick, thin, thick, thin, thick, thin. And that's all pressure release. And this is called a feather stroke, thick to thin. Pressure, no pressure. Pressure, no pressure. Anyway, blah, blah. Let's go. What do you guys got? Come on,
So,
talk to me.
What?
Speaking of lines, do you prefer Scooby with thicker lines, a thicker outline, or a thinner outline?
Thinner. And there's a specific reason. And that reason is because I think it looks more like an animation. And I really like to see the animated look on the character. So like I've seen I look at Scooby comics. I'm not going to say who draws what and blah blah blah, because I think they're all very very good artists and they're all lucky. And I never got to draw Scooby yet, so hopefully someday I will. But I will say, when I see, I looked at a Scooby comic just before. Well, I looked at like 3 of them, and one of the comics that I was looking at was really well illustrated. I mean, really well illustrated. But it was more like an Archie comic, you know, and it had a lot of thick and thin and thick and thin and thick and thin, you know, feather strokes and blah, blah, blah. And I like it. I do. It's great, great art. But do I like it on Scooby? I like the color in Scooby, you know, and I want to see that color stand out before I see the line. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
For me, at least, I want to see the color, you know, I want the color to do the tones for me and do the depth, you know? But that's my thoughts. What about you?
For me, I think sometimes when it's a thicker line, it just kind of takes away from him.
Yes.
Because that's what you notice is just the thick lines. And he seems, not that he's real, but he seems unreal. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that it does. It does. And that's very similar to my thought process there. You know, it's like, you know, I really like when color is used, you know, and I see Trevor there using color. And
Trevor's great at using color.
Yeah, you know, I'm not a guy who uses color that much. I like to focus on drawing something, and then it's like, do you ever wake up and you go, okay, I have the day, right? And you have the day, and then the day comes and the day ends, and you're like, man, I want to do something else. I want to move on to something else. I want to do this. I want to do that. So my thought process on everything, every time I draw, is like, I want to get this done. I want to get it done well, but I want to get it done so I can move on to the next thing and explore. Okay. So I like to explore. I like to go, oh man, I never drew that, or I did draw that, or oh man, I can't wait to draw this elephant in this book. I can't wait to, you know, all right, you know, I really want to get to Shaggy and blah blah blah, because I actually sort of cameoed him in a book. I think I sent it to you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I couldn't make it look just like him, obviously, because you know, it's just a tiny little picture.
But it does look similar enough to him that I knew it was him.
Right, and that was the point. Is like just to go, hey, that would be cool if Shaggy's in the audience, you know. Anyway, so like, see these bubbles here? I made bubbles. Like that, I should probably use like a thinner line. You know, it's a delicate thing. You know, it shouldn't stand out. Bubbles are translucent, so you know, like, why give it a thick line? You know, you know, why would I do that? But I don't know if I have a thinner pen, or at least even a thinner one that's even working. So I may have to sit here and struggle with the thicker one and see what happens. You go, dang it, that looks stupid. Dang it. You know.
Yeah, welcome. The world of art supplies, Nikki, is you've got this thing you love a lot. You've used 90% of it. And when you pick it up most of the time, it doesn't quite work, but you don't have the heart to throw it away because it's a really good pen. And there's a little bit of life left in it. But what the thing is, once you have 5 or 10 like that and you're picking them up one at a time, it can be frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the thicker lines too, like, make him look more flat. Like more like a coloring page.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying about that. I do. Yeah.
Trevor, what are your thoughts on Scooby's lines being thick or thin?
If they're a darker color, I don't mind them being thicker, like on the cabinet when they animate using, instead of black, like a really dark neutral, like a blue-gray or dark brown. It doesn't bother me as much. I too like him kind of having a solidness, even if it's a flat solidness.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Okay,
I think
guys.
it's too liney.
That looks
All
good
right.
with bubbles.
Yeah, I thought add a little, add a tiny bit, a little bit of background, So
Yeah.
like, here's what I'm talking about. It's like this picture right here. I could take this and I could go, okay, light source. What am I going to use? Okay, maybe I have 2 light sources here, so that it makes black in the center and make it mostly black in the center, and then it'll leave rim lighting, and then this can glow more because there'll be black around it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and I could go in here and I could start putting in shadows, even like, oh, I want to use the light from here, this side, and I'll put a shadow here, shadow on this side, cast shadow here, a little, maybe some shadow here. But I don't want to do that on this, because I want, maybe someday I'll go back in and color it, or I'll scan it in before I send it out, and maybe I'll do a color version on another show or something,
Yeah.
Yeah, keeping it black and white keeps your options really open.
Nice straight lines, freehand.
Well, I have some tricks, Nikki. I have some tricks.
I do tend to like outline with my wrist and not move my whole arm.
Well, you don't have to. It's really from your elbow. It's if it's a short stroke, you can use your wrist. I used it for the bubbles and stuff, because I have to make a circle.
Yeah.
I did sort of still use my shoulder, and my hand at the same time, kind of going like this, but my whole arm moves, my whole hand a little bit. But I'm just saying that, yeah, you really have to get used to using your arm, your elbow, and your shoulder or whatever, and learn that rotation, Dang it, I don't have an eraser. Maybe I could find one in a cup under here. I have stuff everywhere, guys. What the funny thing is, I'll spend 20 minutes looking for something. I don't know if anyone out there has this problem, or if it's only a Guy Dorian Sr. problem, but I'll look everywhere in the places I think it might be. And then instead of looking at places that it probably is, I go to look at the places where I think it is. And it's never there. And then I find it in the place that I did not look first. Yeah. And I'm like, why did I go through all that without just taking a look? And it's usually like the closest thing to me. Like, it's right there. I look right there, man. Anyway, so now it's going to be the Black Knight. Is that what his name is? Black Knight?
Yeah.
Black Knight? Black Knight?
Yeah, the Black Knight.
I'm going into like Star Wars stuff here. All right, hold on. Let me just see if I could find the drawing rather than the photo. But I'd like to learn these all someday, like when I'm retired or something. It's just I don't know if I'll ever get to retire, but even if I can retire, will I? I'll probably, I already started doing like covers a lot and commissions, and that's when I'm like, because you get to this place where it's like, well, I can just draw commissions at this point. I've done so much work that people want commissions. They get private commissions, and it's actually more fun to just sit there and draw private commissions for people, and they get to have an original, which we won't be seeing 20 years from now. And, they get something out of it. I get something out of it. I could buy bread, for my breakfast. and they could look at the original art and show it to friends while they're having breakfast themselves. So I started doing more of that because I did commissions a little bit, but not too much. And my friends were like, you're going to get to that point where everyone wants to just, you've worked so much, you can just go and draw, just go draw, So
it's the strangest thing that you've ever drawn.
I can't even say, no, I'm only kidding. I don't draw anything that shouldn't be drawn, first of all. I'm pretty uptight, but strangest thing. Well, dang it. I've done so much. It's hard to think about anything. It's like walking in a library full of books you want, so you don't know where to start. It's like, oh my gosh. But somebody asked me to draw some characters that they created. They didn't want me to create them. They wanted me to draw their characters. And usually I tell people, listen, I am a professional and I am a character creator, character designer. You really should just let me design it. Okay. Sure, that costs more money, but you're going to get a real character with depth and that people will stop and look at, no matter if they know nothing about the character at all. Anyway, so I had to draw this. It's a guy who was a doctor, and he's like, I have these characters, and he gives me these characters, and they're like, I don't even know this, what this is called, but it's like cells and germs in the body and stuff, microscopic things in the body. Mm-hmm. So he thought it'd be cool if these microscopic things were characters, because he looks at them as, they have wars in the body and all. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. So then I see the characters though, and they're like all these weird looking, awkward, monstery, unsellable things. And I'm like, man. So he wants to hire the writer of the X-Men and to write it and me to draw it. And so, he and I won't say who the writer was, very famous guy, also makes movies. And, he messages me, dude. And I'm like, dude. And he's like, dude. And I'm like, dude. and I'm like, he goes, you? I go, nah. And I go, you? He goes, nah. And that was the end of that. So I drew a couple of posters of the stuff for the guy, and that was the end of it, because it was just so creepy and weird.
I do imagine, though, if you're going to draw these things that are fighting within you, that they probably would be pretty creepy and weird.
Yeah, but they were just, if I can't do something with it, if it's not mine, mm-hmm. right, and I fail, then I fail. But if it's somebody else's and they're setting me up to fail, this is the way I see it. I'm like, you're setting me up to fail, dude. Let me do what I do. This is almost a 40-year thing I've been doing it. It's a long freaking time. I've worked with the greatest people in the world. I know I can't sing, damn it. Never hire me to sing. Do not hire me to tap dance. Breakdance, maybe. Breakdance. I used to do it, was a B-boy. But you can't, you wouldn't hire me to do these things, right? But when it comes to character design, if somebody I know has worked with the greatest, biggest companies in the world, and they will know, mm-hmm. So I'm like, let me help you. Let me help you. Let me help you. Right? Help me help you. What movie is that from, guys? Help me help you.
Was that Jerry Maguire? No.
Yeah, I think that was. Help me help you. And it's like, he wouldn't do it, and when it had its debut, no, it never did, because he realized later on what a waste. He had a bunch of really well drawn crappy characters, and I was like, awesome, that was smart, Anyway, he had to explore, I guess. He had to. But that was the weirdest stuff. And if you can imagine these science books, but they look stupid, that's exactly what I drew.
But wasn't there a cartoon, Osmosis Jones?
No, this was much worse.
No, but I know. But then that's the same idea done better, right? I mean,
yeah, you're right, Trevor. That's exactly right. You're right. That is the way to do it. You're correct. That was the way to do it. Absolutely. But again,
did he do that before or after Osmosis Jones would be my curiosity.
Oh gosh, I wouldn't remember. Well, let's see here. I don't know. He said he had it in his mind and all this stuff and written down for years. So, but everybody says that. I did it when I was 12. I copyright trademark when I was 11 years old. I can show you.
Yeah.
It's the old Bob Kane baloney story, but he's famous for drawing, saying he drew stuff at 15. I made Batman when I was 15. I created Joker when I don't know if he said that, but we all know it was Bill Finger. But I don't know. I don't know much, but I know that's from another line too. That's Good Will Hunting. That was Good Will Hunting. That was Ben Affleck's character talking to Matt Damon at the construction yard. And he goes, every day I go up to that door and I knock on it. I want to knock on it, and no goodbyes, no so long, no see ya. You're just gone. I don't know much, but I know that. Sorry, guys, I went into my acting.
No, that's fine.
It was very good.
Yeah, I did. I was in some things years ago, and I'll go back to it. A little bit. I'm not going to do a lot. I'm just going to focus on directing and story, and then I may do some acting next year. We'll see. We'll see, guys. We shall see, peoples.
Have you ever drawn yourself into anything that you've done?
Yeah. My first independent crappy book that I hope no one ever saw, but they did, but I hope they never remember it. Drew me going over there or some shit. Oh, watch your mouth, Nikki. I told you about that. So then, and then there is a character in Lost Landers. I'll bring the book down in a minute. I'll go grab it. There is a character in Lost Landers, and the one character, Colton. Now he doesn't have the personality of me, but he has he has a personality of like me at like 20, where I was invincible. Mm-hmm. And, I walk in the room and I go, men, move over, women, come on, and he's kind of he's very confident in himself, kind of a guy. But I took him to more like, I'm not a social media guy. I would rather talk to 4 people the entire month, and they're the 4 people I want to talk to for 10 minutes than no one, mm-hmm. And then 1,000 people, an audience of 1,000 to 20,000. But what I did with that character is I made him the guy who's social media. He's that guy who gets likes and has his own shop with his own stuff he sells based on his popularity. You know what I'm saying? So I added that to the character, and I don't mountain climb. This guy is like a mountain climbing dude, adventurer, that's not me. I don't even like the cold. Are you kidding? Get out of here. Give me a warm blanket and a rolling, wooden fire,
Yeah.
But I did. That's the really long answer to, have you drawn yourself in a book? Yeah, I have, and I probably will again. It's kind of fun when you put yourself in there somewhere. Mm-hmm. I said something about Jack Kirby before. Jack, when he created the FF, and Stan helped create the FF, but but Jack envisioned the FF before anything, you know. Stan's like, hey, I want to do a science fiction. Okay, this will let you do your monsters, Jack. And please, people, I don't know everything that happened. None of us do, but you know, I'm giving you the basics. But I have done lectures on Jack Kirby and for the Kirby Museum, and I've been on podcasts with his family, specifically requested by them for me to be on it. But I'll say this. Jack, there was no stopping Jack Kirby. Okay. There was absolutely nothing stopping him. And in those days, it was different. You did not just write everything. The artist would be the plotter and writer, and he would come in with what he created and what he drew and what he made. And then they would have a writer write it, or a writer would go, I want you to write something about this character, and they go to the circus and something happened, and a villain, you know, winds up, you know, making creating new special supervillain goo. Okay, so but then the artist would be like, okay, but then do whatever they want, create the whole thing, create the characters, draw the story, and then bring it in and go, okay, here's what I did. So it's like the instigation sometimes came from other guys. So like Stan was the instigator. Jack was the creator. You know, he was the vision. And so I don't know why I went on that, but I had to, because Trevor, were you even listening? Could you get me back on track? What was going on here?
Oh my gosh, what are we talking about? Drawing yourself, but I mean,
I'm talking about Jack King Kirby. We were talking about, there was something.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, how did he really feel about having his Superman's face redrawn for every issue? Was that Kurt Swan or Murphy Anderson that went in and redrew?
Anderson, I believe, but I think Neil did it a few times for
Neil
covers.
Adams, yeah.
Neil was a friend. Oh, here, can you see this? Can you see this?
Yep.
Is that showing? Okay, yeah. So check out my board. My daughter sketched this for me one night. Jack Kirby for me. She's an incredible illustrator. She is not an artist per se. She doesn't want to be an artist, but she's a musician. And she's a film and television composer, but she can draw anything. She could just she's just like, oh my gosh, you should see some of her drawings, her pastels. It's like, is that a photo? And she's like, yeah, I can't wait never to draw, Dad. Anyway, okay, so this right here was a gift. Check it out. From Neil.
Very cool. That's an excellent help.
I love Green Lantern, and Neil wound up sending this. My wife was buying me something from him, and they said, him and Marilyn, his wife, and they were like, no, it's going to be sent to you. Here you go. I knew Neil. Neil was a good guy. He died it was 2 years now. I don't even remember.
Yeah, it was too young, too soon still. Yeah, I was surprised when I heard.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a little choked up here, but he was a good guy. Oh geez, I don't want to get choked up. Talk about something. I have feelings.
Oh, okay, I can switch your gears.
Yeah, I have
watch
feelings.
Blood and Honey as an awful thing and what they would do to Scooby-Doo. Have you watched Blood and Honey?
Did I
the Winnie the Pooh slasher film, which I'm like, when it went into public domain, they announced they were going to do it, and I'm like, no.
Okay. So my daughter watched it, and they actually, I think they turned it off. I think they turned it off, but I believe she started watching it. But anyway, guys, you go. Did you watch it?
Well, I feel no, because I mean, some things shouldn't be messed with. I mean, I think they made a Popeye. I think he came into public domain, and they made a horror film about him. It's like,
oh yeah, I did see that on Tubi. I'm
oh, you saw
advocating
it?
for Tubi. Tubi, you have to have me on as my own show now. Uh, um, uh, and yeah, I do remember. You know why I remember it? Because I remember images. I don't remember other things. I remember imagery, and I remember seeing that poster, the artwork for it that they used for the promotion. So yes, I saw that. Ironically enough, I think that Popeye might be able to be that type of a character. You know, it's just I thought he'd be the hero. And they
Right,
make him
and
the
not the
villain.
villain, yeah.
But uh, Nikki, are you going to be watching that?
Probably not. No.
Oh, come on! No,
I don't understand taking kids' things and making them
Yes,
adult.
yes.
I think it's weird.
I totally get that. And I have a pal who was my inker for many years. He's still considered my inker, but he's 89, or did he turn 90? I can't remember now. And his name is Sal Buscema, and he he stopped doing conventions, and people are like, well, why doesn't he do conventions anymore? And literally, that's the reason, because he said that he only gets collectors now who come up to him, and doesn't he doesn't um he doesn't see kids. He wants to see the kids. He wants the kids to be there, and he wants, he came in the industry with it being 12-year-olds, who wanted his stuff. Now it's 40-year-olds so they could slab the book. And I don't think there's anything wrong with collectors. I have all kinds of collecting. And I understand people want to, it became a different thing, We are not we are not our parents and our grandparents, meaning, our generation, or at least mine, um, is very different than my parents' generation. I mean, they were, you know, they were like they look like grandparents today when they were parents. At least mine did, and most people's did. Um, uh, they lived life differently. Um, and um, you know, but today, we grew up as being okay for Nikki Blake to still love Scooby-Doo at whatever age she is, and Guy
29.
Dorian Sr.
29. She's 29.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can go with
Uh,
that, sure.
yeah, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like today it's different. It's just different. Um, there's all kinds of products out and everything that they didn't have. There's television 24/7. You know,
Yeah.
uh, it's you know. So now I'm talking too much, and I'm going too slow, and I'm not liking it, but it'll be fine. But I need to move fast. If I don't move fast, then I think that that's what happens. I think, and I don't want to think. I want to do, because then I do too much thinking, and I don't like that. Because it forces me to stop the momentum,
Yeah.
and I prefer keeping the momentum going, and that's why, you guys are like, oh, he draws so fast. He draws so fast. But that's literally the reason why, is because I want to get that natural momentum, so I get that natural feel of that thing that I'm doing.
That looks really good, Trevor.
Hey, Guy, what?
What you got? Did you pop it up? I want to see it. I'm gonna erase on this one, because
Wait, are you going to erase on mine? It's like, did you look?
no. Oh, that looks great, man. I love that. I love the color work on that too, and the
Yeah.
color choices, because you have to understand color theory. You know, you need to understand color theory to do a lot of this stuff correctly.
I've had some classes.
Yeah. Funny is, um, for me, a lot of people think that just because I went to a school for the gifted, that it was like, oh, I learned every single thing there. No, they did. Like I said, they didn't even want me to like draw any of this stuff, but which was fine because I wasn't there for that. I was there for learning, um, what, how to understand art, but I never went to college. And, sometimes I think to myself, man, I wonder if I would have been good in college. Well, first of all, I know I would have been thrown out, probably for causing a ruckus. There, there's no, there's no possibility. Hold on, let me look at the camera here. There's no possibility I would not have been thrown out of college. I would have caused crazy things to happen. I would have been throwing parties. I would have been every time I was told not to do something, I would have done it twice over. So I think it was great that I did not go to college. But at the same time, I wonder, like, could I have been a better artist if I went to college? I don't know. I don't know, but I guess it doesn't really matter now, does it?
No, your path has been set.
Yeah. So there we go.
You've done all right for sure. So,
well, I think anyone who has taken it upon themselves to be brave enough to explore. If you're an artist, it is your job to explore, not for everyone else, not it for you. Explore yourself, because art is the expression of oneself, and it's your passion manifest in reality. And so you need to explore. You must explore. So I think I'm no different than someone who is willing to pick up a pencil and draw something they never drew before or don't know how it's going to come out, and is exploring themselves and their passion. And it's just, that's it. I don't consider myself any different or any better than this one or that one, or in a different place, or we're all just together here exploring. I think it's awesome. I think it's great. I think it's something that we all get to enjoy. And I love seeing your art, guys. I really do.
There's so many really talented artists in the Scooby community.
Very much so. Yeah.
It's amazing.
We do art challenges. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sophie, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Wait.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo for life.
For life. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to follow her on Instagram. Yeah. So her and me and Jordan, the art of Scooby-Doo on Instagram. We do sketchy Sundays, like where any artist can draw and post for every Sunday of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always hate when they have like this thing Inktober or whatever it's called, and all that.
Well, I do that. Yeah.
Trevor does like 5 different ones.
Yeah. When I say I hate it, it's because I can't join. I don't have the time to join,
Yeah.
I just don't have the time, and I would like to. And that's what I mean by that. It's like, I would like to have the time to join someday, but at the same time, hell no, that means I'm busy, and I need to stay busy. I need to stay busy.
Well, oh God, okay, this is some of my ink work.
Oh, that's cool, man. Look at that. Let me see. Oh, it's got looks like some grayscale going and everything. Yeah, man, that looks like fun.
I tend to do Muppets every year. So.
Oh yeah.
That's like ballpoint and Sharpie and stuff like that. So.
That's another IP I never worked on. I never worked on the Muppets. I was not like a huge fan of. I'm a fan of the Muppets, but maybe I should say I'm a bigger fan of other things. So I would rather do those things. That. Um, but um, the characters are like absolutely brilliant. I mean, those characters are some of the best designed characters ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, they really are. I was a guest at a con, and a guy came up to me who worked with Jim Henson and other people. Guy, he had the same name as me.
Guy
Guy.
Gilchrist. Yeah, Guy Gilchrist. I've
Yeah,
met him, and
yeah. So he came up to me and he was talking to me, and he was like, "Oh, your stuff is cool, blah blah blah," and we were talking and everything, and he just, even his look, he looks like he should be working on the freaking Muppets. This guy, I mean, he just is the Muppets, he embodies that stuff, you know. I embody a Jersey Mafia guy.
don't say body too close to the
But I mean, he really embodied that, and uh, it turns out, he's like, "Oh, I'm Guy Gilchrist and blah blah blah, and you're Guy Dorian," and I'm like, "Yeah." And my son is a writer, is a professional writer, and he is 35, and he is also named Guy. So, Guy Gilchrist wanted a shot of all three guys at one con. I'll have to look for that picture, but he was a really.
I found that on Instagram. It was really fun. Yeah, it was.
Say again, you saw what?
I found that picture of you on Instagram because I was doing a little looking
Oh, really?
about you to
Oh, really? Oh,
make
no.
conversation
Oh,
for.
gosh. I'm sorry.
No, it's
Um, but, um, I just have to say, guys, for this being my day off kind of a thing, I'm very happy. I'm having fun with you guys. I appreciate it.
I thought you were about to say for your day off, you're now working.
No, this isn't work. Work is really intense. Um, um, if I could tell anyone out there, if people, I want to draw comics, I want to, like, that's fine, that's great. But if you don't, if you really want to know what it's like at a high professional level, like really working with the big boys, right? Working with the greatest people and all that, having these types of things that you have to create, and you're constantly looked at, because you have a name or something like that. It is, when you're drawing comics, no matter how much you love it, it's like doing math problems all day, because it's constant figuring out. What's the equation? How do I solve the problem? Solving problems. That is a professional. People said to me, what do you think is the one thing that you could tell me is like what makes a professional a professional? I said, okay, you want to know? It's that we are great problem solvers. When you get to that level, you're a problem solver all day long, and you can answer these questions that others who draw maybe can't, or who draw for fun and maybe they can't. Maybe they just, the reason why they can't do something is because they don't really have the answer. And it's when you have the answers. So the more answers you can, if you have a test and you can finish that test and get all the answers right and solve more problems than everyone else, then you're going to go further. So just learn how to become a problem solver. That's it.
So, I have a question.
Query away. And I don't know, is that for Nikki or me?
For you, Guy.
Okay.
What everyday object is hardest for you to draw?
That's hardest for me to draw?
Like, talking about comic people, it's like, you get to draw the fun fight scenes, but when you're drawing them in your apartment, you have to draw the chest of drawers, dishes in the sink,
No, yeah.
furniture in the room. What do you like least? Yeah.
Well, I can tell you what I least like to draw,
Well,
but there's nothing, and I don't mean it this way, guys. Everyone watching, I don't mean it this way, but it's my job to do this. When you're going to become a professional at a certain level, you need to be able to draw everything, and you draw everything with the same ability. That's another major professional thing. Is that whether you're drawing a cup, a mug, a lamp, a house, a building, the Sistine Chapel, or Wolverine, it's all the same. So, like in my mind, everything is the same. It's just I'm drawing that now, But I will say, drawing animals that I've never drawn before can be a pain in the huevos rancheros. Okay. That's because and what I mean by that is, like, I'll probably wind up drawing it, and I'll probably wind up drawing it mostly correct, if not correct. But it will now take me out of what I was doing for a moment, because I need to use a reference. And when I need to use a reference, then it bugs me, because I have to take time away, and it takes longer. That makes sense? I guess it does.
Oh, it totally does.
So I think that's sort of the answer. It's like,
animals you've never drawn before.
Yeah, or even some that I have that's a pain in the a-hole to do. Like drawing a horse in every freaking angle is constantly, is difficult. Drawing a 1920s, Model T at every angle is tedious. It's not harder to me. It's just more tedious. It takes longer because it physically takes longer to do, So that would be the answer there, I guess. In many ways, it is the answer you were sort of looking for. It's the tedium. I don't want to sit there and have to be tedious about things. So when I have to draw things that are tedious, that like a Model T,
tedious. Yeah, I see what.
Tedious. There's the humor. There he goes, making them jokes again. How many did he have so far? Gotta watch what he's drinking under that table.
Okay, Nikki, what do you think?
That looks really cool.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
I love the purple. Well, you know that I love purple anyway, so.
Yeah, I love and he's drawing a horse there. Look at him.
Yeah, I was thinking that was a horse.
Gotta make me look bad. Gotta make me look bad now. Well, I don't have any problems drawing a horse, Guy.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a feeling I know who's going to want this drawing here.
And
who should have it.
Yeah, that would be her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So I see that I did not get the top quite right because of the.
So you do work on commissions, correct?
Yeah, I work on.
So has someone commissioned you to do the Scooby Gang yet? So
no, nobody ever commissioned me to do that. That's another thing. It's like, it's weird. Like, this is my thing. It's like, I tell people I want to draw some cartoons, and they're like, what do you mean? How about the Hulk? And I'm like, yeah, I've drawn that a million times. Can I draw a cartoon? But no. That's interesting. You're right. Nobody's ever. Anyway, there's the. You were seeing me drawing it. Anyway, can you guys see it? Yeah. So there it is.
He
I'll
looks
probably
great.
I'll put a full black background on him, probably.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, so I'll fill this all in black, and it will really make him pop out. But I mean, it came out all right. Anyway, let's see me now. There I am. Hi, everyone. It's Guy. He's here. Let's see. That's my ceiling, everyone. Now you know what my ceiling tiles look like. Oh, look, see him lit up.
Yeah, I kind of like him not lit up too.
Damn you!
I don't know. I mean, I like him lit up, but I kind of like mine is just sitting over there, and I don't usually plug him in.
Do you have an on-off switch? I don't know.
I mean,
it's the light. Okay.
There's another one that's just like him, but he has a scarf on instead of the wreath.
That better?
You can keep
right.
him.
You got the scarf one, right?
No,
you get
the one with the wreath. That one, the one that you.
Oh, is it? Okay, all right, yeah. That's why I got the wreath one, because you were getting the wreath one, and I was like, oh yeah, that one's cool. All right, let's see. All right, I'm here, everyone. Anywho, Josie and the Pussycat. Yep.
That's very cool.
Some shameless plugging here again. This is not shameless. I have no shame. I have no problem with shame. I am fine shaming. But I never got to draw them. And it's like my first thought process, I think Nikki mentioned this, maybe it was somebody else, I don't know, mentioned that, hey, that kind of looks like that could be a Scooby-Doo event. And I was like, exactly. That's exactly what I was going for.
Yeah.
Them walking in the woods and all that stuff. But I just wanted to draw them. I was like so happy to draw them. And, they're their own characters. And, I was like, hey, can I do whatever I want? Like, yeah, do whatever you want, man. So I was like, oh, right. I'm going to put them in their costumes, and they're going to have instruments, and we're going to have, some creepy monster dudes back there, and the moon. And so anyway, there's only going to be 300 made.
Oh, okay.
I started selling them. I started getting in pre-orders, but there's only going to be 300 made. So anyone out there, if you want one, let me know, because I will sign it. And it's only $10 signed.
I would like one, actually. So
if you would like one, just message me. I'll tell everyone right now. You can email Guy Dorian at Guy Dorian. You know what? It's just PayPal. Guy Dorian at GuyDorianArt.com is the PayPal. If you just PayPal $10 with it was either $5 or $7 shipping. I think if you're on the West Coast, it's $7. If you're on the East Coast, it's $5 shipping. And I sign it too. It's usually I charge $5 for an autograph. I do not charge, obviously. And it is a fun thing. There's only 300, everyone. So if you want one, and it's the first time I ever drew it, it is an exclusive cover. And once I really put it up there and it comes out, people are going to be grabbing them. So if you can grab them, so go, you PayPal to Guy Dorian at GuyDorianArt.com. You put Josie and the Pussycats. It would be, if you're from the middle of the USA over to West Coast, it's $7 shipping. Don't cheat me. And if you're from the other half of the country, I would say, because they charge more. They charge like $2 more. I don't think it should be that way, but $7 will cover it for shipping. But if you're on the East Coast, $5. I try not to. I don't want money for shipping or anything like that, and I'm keeping these as little cost as possible for everyone.
Yeah.
Because I want everyone to have them. My brother-in-law gave me a Josie and the Pussycats comic he got, and wouldn't you know, it was the first time they were ever all drawn on a cover in their costumes with their instruments. He had no idea, and I couldn't remember which comic it was. And I was so happy. So I was like, that was one of the other instigators for me wanting to do this, to do a Josie cover and get on Josie, because like, oh man, I enjoyed that so much. How cool would it be if others could enjoy this?
Yeah.
But it's also cool because it's a collector's thing now. It's only 300 copies. That's it. There won't be more. There won't be another run of it. 300. That's it. But anyway, anyone could message me at email me there as well if they want a commission of anything. I tell people, like I said before, try to find something I haven't drawn that much. Either find characters that I've drawn that you really love and have me draw them, because then they have higher value because I was on them and I drew them and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And, or try to find something I haven't really drawn that you want to be the first one to have,
Like Scooby-Doo.
Scooby.
I'm just thinking. I'm thinking. Yeah,
but I am going to fill in this background. And that one's yours, Nikki.
Yay. I love the Black Knight.
Yeah. If I get a chance sometime, I'll do a color version. Look at you.
Oh, that's great.
Look at that movement. Look at that movement.
Yeah.
I love it. See, I love the action. It almost looks like a storyboard, people out there who don't know, it's like people said to me, do you want to be a storyboard artist? Did you, when you work with film and stuff? I'm usually there writing stuff that people don't know. And I'm talking to them about things and creating things. I have some major thing I've been working on for 5 years now with some people that is going to be, you could have things sitting for 10 years, 12 years, and it'll either happen or it won't. So I'm not saying it's happening, but it's been happening. I'll say that. And it's going to be a trilogy of films that are going to be really cool for everyone. Very cool action-packed stuff. Everyone's going to love it. But till then, it'll be drawing this stuff. But I'm not, I don't do storyboards. So I don't want to do storyboards. And a lot of guys who do what I do storyboards because it's a really easy transition. We draw comic pages, but that drawing, Trevor, it looks like a concept art for a film, or an animation or a storyboard moment. We'll find a film moment, and here's the main moment of this scene where he comes up, the dude from Sleepy Hollow, what's his name again? Headless Horseman, on the horse, and the horse rises up as we see Scooby and Shaggy running off camera or whatever. That's nice movement you got there. I really like it.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been told a long time ago I was told I would do storyboards perhaps. So yeah, and I think I did it once for somebody. And I don't ever know what happened to the project. I think it was a commercial or something, but that was in my 20s, which was a long time ago. So. Yeah,
20s, my gosh. Like I said, I was like crazy, dude. So, Nikki, anything going on? Maybe I should go get my Lost Landers book and show you guys that. Do you mind?
I would love to see it.
Okay?
Absolutely.
I'll be right back. I like your shirt, Nikki. I like your shirt.
Uh, I do like that he has all the Scooby stuff mixed in with all the like that creepy doll. I don't know if I could have that
Yeah,
creepy doll in my office or
it is
in my house.
creepy doll.
I don't know. There's something about dolls that I don't like them.
Well, at the Museum of Oddities, there was a ton of creepy dolls, along with other things. Monday night, we saw a bunch of stuff. A whale's eyeball in a jar.
Hmm.
We saw some mummies. We saw a skull that was used by a Mason adjacent kind of society, and it was one of their members that donated their body, so they used the head in theater productions and stuff. Awesome stuff.
And where is that?
It's called a Museum of Oddities. It's in Shamley, Georgia, not too far from me, but yeah, they
Lost Landers. Very cool.
say something so you come up on the big screen for me.
So this is the character. These are the characters in the story. It's just coming out. This is a special first printing that it doesn't have all the stuff that goes in the back and everything like that, because we needed to see the way the books were going to print and stuff like that. So we printed some, and but it's getting tweaked now and going out to all the people who bought it for the campaign, like but a bulkier version of it. But we needed to print some and take a look at it. So I have some here, sneak preview, limited, right? And this was a fun project I did, and this is sort of what I was talking about, guys, about. So my partner had done some independent books, and I got to know him. We hit it off. We did a signing. He owns comic shops. And me and Sal Buscema, and I brought my buddy Chris Ryall out, who was head of IDW at one point and all that, and producer for what's that, Lock and Key and all that. He just worked with Francis Ford Coppola. He wrote a graphic novel for Megalopolis. So he produced that. But anyway, so just in case you guys didn't know who Chris Ryall was. But Sal's well known. Sal Buscema's well known in the industry. But anyway, we went out to do a signing because Herbie had passed, and Sal was going to do a signing at my buddy's shop, Thomas Chillemi of Comics and Gaming in Virginia, and Herbie died. So I went out with Sal because Sal was my anchor for 15 years or whatever. And so Chris came with us too, because we both work with Chris, and Chris is a good pal of mine. And, the three of us is a great trio. That meeting, it was the last signing of Sal Buscema's, by the way. That meeting, Thomas and I started talking, and we're like, hey, and I had this story, and I make up story. I create stories and characters. So I went to Louise Simonson, I went to a few other people I know. And I'm like, hey, I had just done a novel with me and Louise Simonson. I'd just done a 5-issue mini series that we created with John Carpenter, the horror director, and his wife, Sandy, the producer. She's a producer. We did a hair company. And I was like, hey, maybe we should do something together, again. But it turned out, I was like talking to Thomas, and Thomas was like, a really he was like a guy who worked in comics, owns comics, knows everything about comics, has good thought ideas and all that stuff. A real go-getter type guy, works 1,000 hours a month, and someone else who does just as much as I would do. And we started talking, and I said, hey, I have these characters. So it evolved and evolved between the two of us, and we created Lost Landers. And it's a really cool thing. But the idea is it's for our company, Bamco Toy Company. And we wanted to so we were really creating it for toys, for a toy line. But just like, some of the people that I even knew drew the original He-Man, the mini comics. So I was like, okay, let's put together mini comics with the toys. And then he was like, why don't we just put out a book of all the origin stories? So this is the book of all the origin stories. Well, not all of them, but for the main line of characters. And we've got some really wild characters in here. And this is Ominous Sir. And he actually has 4 heads. The first story is actually written by Walter Simonson, the famed Walter Simonson.
Wow.
That's Ominous Sir. And here we got, my son wrote a story in here. It's a comedy story. And it's got a character named Slosh in it, who's this gooey dude. And then Rockstar. This is Rockstar. And that green guy is Slosh, and they're battling. And he plays the guitar. And my favorite guitarist of all time. I put a tiny little picture in there that I rendered in there from a photo, and it's George Lynch of Dokken. And it says Lynch on the amp.
Yeah.
And then it says Dokken. So that's real fun story he wrote. Heroes and villains. But this, you guys were talking about, you hate when they change the characters for it to be just for adults. Well, this is made for a kid to go to the toy store and a kid to pick up this book. You can be an adult and do it, because what the thought process was to make it so that, let's say it was a story that came out that should have come out in the 80s, but it never was released for one reason or the other. And what would it be? So we could keep that feeling that we had as kids. What would it be that we would want? That's how you get to that. You go, I need to, it's not like we didn't make it an aesthetic. We didn't make the comic look like it came out in the 80s or anything, because it's not the 80s. But the design and the idea, goes back to that stuff. And we have really cool characters like the Bullet. And now I don't do public domain characters, but there was one character that was Bullet Man in G.I. Joe. And I love G.I. Joe. I mean, I have one of the Intruder action figures right over here. And so there was Bullet Man and Bullet Girl. I didn't want to call her Bullet Girl. I just wanted her to be the Bullet. So this is the Bullet.
Oh, very cool.
This is the Bullet. And she is a genius. She designed something called the Sun Cell. And what it is, it's like a crystal. And the crystal, each piece of the crystal, it's like 1 million pieces of crystal that in a tiny space that absorb energy, and it bounces the light and the energy and continuously bounces and reflects through each other and creates this energy mass of energy. But then it can do anything. It's never ending. So Ominous Sir needs that energy. He needs that energy because he cannot survive without, he only lasts so long without the energy. There we go. The Slosh story. Oh.
I kind of like him.
Right. We needed a green dude.
Green, yeah, nothing.
Gooey dude. And somebody said to me, yeah, but everybody does a green gooey dude. I said, well, I'm going to do my green gooey dude. And who doesn't want another green gooey dude?
I mean, antifreeze is cool. I like the color of liquid. Yeah, antifreeze.
Yeah.
So it's just fun. And then we have Dunks over here from Dunkliosaurus, whatever the design. And some really cool stuff. I'm not gonna. Oh yeah, here's a Fusion. He's a genius, and there's only 2 geniuses of the crew, but he is an engineer and he could build anything. So we were talking about Kirby, and I wanted to do something like, what would Kirby do? Oh, here they're fighting. Look at how cool that is. What would Kirby do if he had to design this character? So that is my Kirby-esque character named Fusion.
Nice.
I can see it.
and his feet, I don't know if his feet show in this. No, they're kind of covered by the bar, but they're like what do you call it? Like roller skates.
Wheels?
But they have those treads like
Or
tanks.
inline, like our tread. Okay.
Yeah, and he zooms around on them. It's so cool. And his helmet comes off and becomes its own robot. It's so cool.
That's cool.
Anyway, anyone want to check that out? You just go to lostlanders.com, or you can go to bamco.com. Takes you, I think, to lostlanders.com. Just go to Lostlanders. Type in Lostlanders comic. And you guys could see it and you could get it. I think it's like $20 or something like that. It's like 88 pages and something like that, or 100 pages, something like that. But fun stuff. But there's my working with someone who, like Thomas, I was like, this guy should be sitting right next to us. And he's a hard worker. He has his comic shop. He works for his family. He supports his family. He can do these projects, but it is extremely difficult to do all that stuff and then try to get into the comic industry, in the big comic industry, the big boys. So I was like, this guy has got to get his due. He's talented, really talented. So even though, like, again, he has done some great stuff of his own independent stuff, but this was his really like get to work with all the other people. He'll be there at the con with me, and he's a super talented guy. Anyway, I took up too much time, but I really love that shirt, Nikki. And I'm envious of your wall. I'm envious of that wall. I don't have any originals like that. You'll rue the day. No. Anyway, so what's up, Trevor? What's up, guys? Nikki, your show. What's up?
What's up? I don't know. It's getting late.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let me show you this, since you're. You can edit this out, Nikki, because it's not about me. But
I'm not allowed to edit anything. No.
Nope. It goes up. It goes up as is.
All right. Well, then I'll show you two things. I just feel the need to show. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, and if someone only sees. See, I've been on a Nancy Drew kick lately, so I've been redoing old covers.
Oh wow! Look at that. I used to love Nancy Drew.
But I went.
That's really cool. See, there he goes again with that really cool understanding of that feeling. The feeling of the space and the place.
Cool.
The
I
time.
didn't see that one.
You've not seen this one before?
No.
Yeah. This is about as tight as I'd ever get, but I don't know why.
I really love the composition there. I really love how you moved everything around and moved things with the draws and everything, the red on the draws and everything. I really like that. It's really cool. What is that painted on?
It's a canvas. It's acrylic. It's just got a glaze. I glaze a lot, and then I put a top coat.
I was like, that's a thick glaze. That's a nice glaze on that.
Thank you.
Very nice.
So
anyway, I had a blast, everyone.
Yeah, this is fun. Maybe next time I can get it to work live.
Well, I would love to try again. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I wear this. I'm trying to wear this to not look like a mean dude. There you go. I could go breakdance now. No. I'll just keep it the way I would wear it. No. Anyway.
It's a good cap. I have that cap. It's a great cap.
Yeah. Love this. Look at that. Green and purple. Yeah. So look, guys, look, check it out. Look at the werewolf.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I still say you should put it in the ear of the people when you're talking about who you worked with. It's like, hey, you ever thought about a Scooby and crossover with Josie? Because, I mean, the Scooby and Batman and the superheroes has been running a long time.
Well, you and I will talk offline, and I can tell you how all that really works. And you'll be like, oh. Well,
I do remember the one time talking to Darwin Cook at Dragon Con while he was with us, and he said there was a story that Alex Ross wanted to illustrate that was written. The Siegel and Schuster kind of put it together, but it was never done. Was where early on, where Lois found out who Superman was, and they were going to make it more like the Shadow, where Margot Lane and Shadow worked together. Which
that's interesting.
But DC said no. We like the back and forth and her always trying, which led to that 50s trend of people really getting sick of Lois, like every month. Doing something really wacky and harmful to everyone just to figure out who Clark is.
Hey, she did that in the latest movie.
But but the thing is, Jarwin says it's like even Alex Ross wanted to illustrate that story. They filed the story away. They have it. Alex Ross himself wanted to draw it, and he said that they just wouldn't let him. So I get the obstacles, but I mean, in case they'd never thought about it. I mean, I think they do own both. I mean, Warner, DC, they have it. They can.
Well, I got to tell you, I would love to draw it. If it's a good idea, and it hasn't been done, and yeah, man, that would be a great thing, and I would love to draw it. I mean, I think I'm pretty suited. A few guys from Archie had reached out to me to tell me that like, dude, you get it. Dude, you get it. Right from the start. So that was good to hear. It's good to hear that you don't suck at something.
Well, no, but your love of it shows, and it really feels like the aesthetic. And like with that other book, it's like it feels like the 80s are the best parts. When you're trying to make something new. And sometimes I think it's good to remember in life, just because something's new doesn't mean it's great. And I mean, just because something's old doesn't make it classic and worthy of ultimate reverence. But on the other hand, I think most things that survived that were old have a lot of love and heart that just are being put out with the bathwater right now. And again, I mean, those books that you're doing, the Scooby and the Batmans, they bring back, maybe they've accidentally, it's just a love and a heart that aren't in the main books anymore, like
I'll say this as far as that, because you're right, but I'll say this, I really thought about that kind of a thing, and I know Nikki wants to go at this point, but I
know it's our bedtime.
I'll say this. I used to get upset about some of the new stuff, and I stopped, and I changed my mind. I realized something, that although I always want new content, if it isn't there in the way that I want it, I was lucky enough and still have the ability to watch and review and look at all the other things that came before it that were freaking awesome that I love. And I don't have so you know what? Let them make whatever they want. Let them. I mean, I don't think this would be a big mystery, pun intended. The new Velma series, I just was like, no, Scooby, that's it. I can't even fathom to care. But other people like it. So you know what? Let them like it. They can enjoy it. They can like it. But although, yeah, I know not too many people like. But I didn't lose. I could go and put Scooby-Doo on Monster Island anytime I want.
I understand, but it would be nice to have the newer things interjected. I mean, and you're trusting that the new thing will be enough of a gateway drug to get the kids back to watching something old. But my friends who have younger kids telling me they pop Scooby-Doo, the old ones in, or they have them watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the first time, and kids who don't know any better that are brand new and modern absolutely love the oldest things.
Oh my gosh,
so I have the
Ninja Turtle pinball machine, the original pinball machine, right on the other side. Maybe I'll show you guys my studio one day. I might have shown Nikki, but yeah, I have the Ninja Turtle pinball machine right over there. Awesome. Anyway, Nikki.
Okay.
Is she there?
You need to get the Scooby one.
Oh yeah, so we can.
Yeah. For what? Like $8,000? I mean, Did you see the price on that?
It is.
Yeah,
It's
we
actually
know.
10 for, well,
10, yeah.
the
Why
collector's
stab? Now she's putting the knife in and turning it. Come on, Nikki. Do you have it?
No, she does. She wants it too, you know. So
Yeah. Well, maybe we should all just like put our money in together, get one, and then every so often we get it for a year, and then you ship it to the next person.
Well, or I would just give her custody and I could come visit her and say,
oh, that's a really great idea that I get custody and then you guys visit me. Is that what you said?
Where are you from? Where are you based out of?
I'd rather not say. I'll tell Nikki will tell you.
Oh, I didn't mean for it.
I don't want to say it online. I'm from the earth.
Okay. Fair enough.
I've had fans show up at my house in the past. I don't want to.
Okay, that's fair.
But I do live somewhere.
Okay. Fair.
But I'll tell you later. But anyway, yeah, if there's anyone out there wants any of this stuff, let me know. The Josie things, there's only 300 of them, and they're cheap. And if there's anyone who wants any commissions, this is my commissions time, November, December. That is the best commission time for me. Sometimes it creeps into January, but usually I don't do the big jobs. I don't take on big jobs in the end of the year. So that's the time really, if to get things going. And it doesn't matter.
Scooby, so commission him to draw Scooby.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
So if I commissioned you to draw Scooby and then made a paint, knowing I would make a painting off of it, would that be something amenable to you?
Yeah, I had a policy in the past that that if somebody wanted to work over me, they have to tell me first. And they don't have to, they could just steal it off the web and do it.
I'm telling you now. Am I not?
Yeah. But
collaboration, even
that would, yeah, I am open to things like that, especially with people I know and artists that I get to know and stuff like that. So I mean, like if you said, hey, I want to commission you to draw something, and then I'm going to paint it and then I'm going to post it, but I want to see, I would like to see you post a process. That would be cool. I would love to see your process. You said you do stuff like that a lot, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, well, I know I scribble. Well, you haven't, you see my mad scribbling, so you really didn't. It really looks like a mess until some of my friends just, sorry to be so talky, but some of my friends, when they're with me, I like working at coffee shops and stuff with my friends and talking, and I can see them smile and then 5 minutes later groan because I just covered up their favorite part of the picture. So you see my stuff change. But if I'm not really happy, sometimes in art school I was learning, if you've got one precious area but you're not done and you have to sacrifice that good area to get done, you just have to just close your eyes and go. That makes
I love
sense.
it. But I love it. Well, guys, Nikki, thanks. I contacted Nikki. Go ahead.
No, I said she has a certain spiel, of course, she needs to exit us out on. So,
well, I mean, we didn't do the intro, so.
Oh, you didn't do the intro
so
either,
it doesn't
did
matter.
She could add it. Can you add an intro?
Yeah, I'll just add it.
You could edit it.
Yeah.
Add the intro. But anyway, I really enjoyed this. I had asked Nikki, I had messaged her, I said, hey, we should get together and like draw something for Halloween time and do something together. And I don't draw on video very often. Oh, I will be opening up a Patreon. People have asked me for like 1,000 years. And because I have all this information that I can give to people, just I can answer any question just about it, if it's art and stuff. So I'm going to open one, so look out for that, people, But Nikki, thank you so much for being such a gracious host and such a cool person always, every time. Since I met her, she's been the coolest. And Trevor, really great hanging out with you, man. It's I get 2 days off this year. This is the way I enjoyed spending one of them. So really had a great time with you guys.
Thank you for spending your day off with us. We appreciate it. We had a great time too. Watching you draw is awesome. Trevor, you know that I love your art. It's great.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
She's very nice to me. So
Yeah.
So Guy,
check us
where
out.
can we
Oh, yeah.
find you? Where can we
I
find
think-
you on social media? Or,
I
I'm taking her question now. She can ask it.
I know. I'm on Instagram. Just go on Instagram, Guy Dorian Sr. Art. It should pop up once you hit like right after. It usually it's like at like D. Once you start writing D, I should pop up. So it shouldn't be hard to find because people, oh, it's hard to find, you know. But that's the easiest way to find me is just go on Instagram and, you know, Guy Dorian Sr. and you'll find me. It's Guy Dorian Sr. Art is the actual tag. And but you know, I will be posting more art and more videos coming up soon. This is the time of year I can, and since I'm going to open a Patreon, I thought maybe I should draw some stuff. So I did post some videos, some reels or whatever they're called of me drawing werewolves recently. But I'm going to be drawing like Josie and different things, and maybe do some Scooby and, you know, stuff like that. And then, you know, I'll be doing some more videos. But Instagram. And if I don't, I just want to say I try to contact everyone back who reaches out to me. But if you don't hear from me for 2 weeks or something, it's not, I'm not being a douche. I'm just so busy with stuff that, you know, oh, I saw him on Instagram. Yeah, just for a quick post that takes 2 minutes while I'm having a coffee. You know, I'm not hanging out on there like, you know, all that. You know, I try to support friends. You know, I have some friends out there who are in the industry and in the film industry and stuff, and I try to support them and be ready to see some Hallmark stuff. Sorry guys, but I love Hallmark. And go on Instagram. Love to talk to you guys and hear your thoughts and interact with you guys and be like that more often, like my friends are. My friends are all interactive and I'm not.
Well, you're always working, so it makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but I have to. I mean, this was great. You know, I did a Tyler Hines drawing, and I donated it to raise money for a film they're doing about him. He's a Hallmark actor. He's the #1 Hallmark actor. But I met him. My daughter took me to meet him. He's a great guy, really great, gracious dude, a really nice guy, phenomenal actor. Once I did that, because I donated the art. It's on blankets. You could buy it on blankets. Okay. You could buy it on a tote bag. You could buy it on all kinds of things, ornaments and things like that. So I'm getting all these messages now, like, it's Tyler Hines, you know, I love your drawing, and I'm trying to catch up to everyone. So if I didn't, I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Yeah.
Right. Nikki, you're the best. I've said it several times. She is the advocate for Scooby and the coolest person on the planet. Yeah. Thanks for having us on.
Thank you. This was great. We will definitely have to do this again because I like watching you guys draw. It's fun.
Yeah, I had a blast. Trevor?
Well, we will be in touch. We will be in touch. Thank you.
Okay, Nikki, you take us out, I guess. Is that how you do it? Or does she just cut it off?
Yeah, I'll probably just cut it off and then I'll just add my ending because we didn't do the intro or the ending really. So it's fine. I can just add them in.
It's raw. You're an editor.
She'll change it in post. We'll fix it.
Can you swap our heads and stuff? Anyway, she's going to say Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Can I pay you like thousands of dollars so you'll never draw Scrappy for someone?
Okay, you just opened up one more minute of something that I'm going to tell you.
I'm sorry.
I charge twice as much to draw Superman because I don't care to draw Superman for some reason. I never cared. So anyone who came up to me, you will barely ever find a Superman drawing from me. The last Superman drawing I did, James Gunn owns. So he has it. So, but I had a guy come up to me. Hey, can you draw me Superman? I said twice as much. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, twice as much. I don't want to draw Superman, but he paid it because he knew.
Good.
He knew it's going to be like one of 5, So that was always good, Anyway, bye guys.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You could hear the song.
Oh, yeah.
In your head. I'm not singing it, but you're hearing it. Right? See? That's what these cartoons do. That's what Scooby did. That's what Scooby did for everyone. That's what he did for all of us.
Yeah. Well, I have to say Speed Buggy to you as well. So I just want to put that into the universe. They're some of I love them very much. So
yeah. I think I probably have some of that stuff somewhere. Anyway, bye, Nikki. Bye, Trevor.
Thank you again. This is great. Thank you for tuning in to another Scooby panel. I'm Nikki Blake from ScoobyAddicts.com. If you like these panels, please subscribe to my channel for more great discussions. A huge shout out to our patrons, Julie Rosen, Ross from ScoobyFan.net, Tagus, Garrett Spencer, Paul the Scooby Dude, and Jesse. If you would like to support the Scooby panel, please go to patreon.com/ScoobyAddicts. A very special thank you to comic book artist, toy designer, and cinematic art designer Guy Dorian Sr., and pop artist and Scooby fan Trevor HAWKINS. Scooby Panel is available in podcast form on most podcast platforms, or as a web series on YouTube. You can find Scooby Panel on Instagram, Facebook, and X as @ScoobyPanel. We are part of the Collector's Maze Network, where you can find all things geek. Scooby and Shaggy were voiced by Scott Innes. Check out Scott's website, onescottshop.com. Scooby Addicts artwork by Will Davenport. Scooby Panel logo by Garrett Spencer. Video editing by Nikki Blake. Music composed and performed by Bovine Nightmares. Please join us next time for another Scooby Panel.